Smalley here for Seasonings. I've been asked about my brine recipe, which has really changed my life, particularly my pork and chicken. Brine is nothing more than water and sodium chloride, which is also called salt, for those of you who know. Now, here's where I go. I get my water old school, out of the faucet. When I was a kid, this is how we all drink our water. Instead, like some of the other kids who drink bottled water, or PA, or whatever water you want to have, the bubbly stuff. This is good old-fashioned water. Just remember, if you're a kid, don't drink it if the hose has been out there in the sun too long. That's about a gallon right there. Now, the next thing is the salt. So we have our water, our salt. This is Morton canning and pickling salt. I can tell you this, there's not a lot of difference in salt. Salt's salt. At one time it was used as currency years and years ago, but salt's salt. Is a 1 gallon of water, you want to use about a cup of salt. So don't think, you can't really over salt this stuff, because the reason that we're brining is the salt is going to displace water inside our food, which is chicken and pork, and will add flavor, taking the water out of the cells of the protein. That's another story for Alton Brown if you care to watch the science on this. Now, you can put your seasonings, whatever seasonings you wish, in your brine solution. You can put mint, cayenne, whatever, cinnamon, whichever one you want. I prefer, when it's a sweet sauce, I prefer the D's Nuts from Matt Pittman from Meat Church. It's a season I've really fallen in love with, and I love that. And I'm gonna put some in there, because my wife likes this. She's a little bit sweeter than I like. Now, if I were doing something different, I would use Holy Voodoo from Matt. And I might stick, don't kill them. Okay, there we go. I'm happy with that. Now, you can put whatever you want to in there, whatever seasonings you have. You have a personal secret seasoning, which you have a secret seasoning, you'll never tell me what's in it. Put it in there. If it's really, really good and you want to share your secret, tell me. It won't be a secret very much longer. So what we do here now is we're going to stir this up and just mix it up, no particularly big deal. And what we're going to do, for those of you who have failed cooking class, we're going to boil this on the seasoned fire pit grill. And we'll let that sit, cook, and percolate. And we'll be back to the magic of video when this is fully boiled, and I'll show you how to package your food. Video. This is boiling very nicely. We're going to take this off. And once again, this is just a boiled solution. Put it over here. Now, the most important thing you can have with this is let it cool. Do not put your meat in this brine immediately at all, because it will cook the meat. You got to let your brine cool off a little bit. And there's nothing wrong with put some ice in there. That's cool. Let it cool down, but hold on to this until it reaches at least room temperature a little bit above. And I'll show you what you want to do and how to pack it. Okay, our brine is cooled off. Really happy with it. Now it's time to put our food in the brine. What I'd like to do is use this ball aluminum cup, which is very eco-friendly. It's reusable 1,000 times. It's the same ball people that we always can and pickle our pickles with in Alabama and Southeast. So what we're going to do here, we're going to pick a bag, and I'm going to put some of the marinade in. I just like to keep the marinade kind of straight and simple. That way we don't have an issue when, oh, I got a pork chop here. Ooh. Pork does extremely well with the marinade. Steak, probably not as well in my opinion as steak. The fat of the steak is actually flavored. So I really like, I don't do my marinade with steak very much at all. That's what you do right there. You seal it off. And we use Libby's gallon bags, whatever you want to use is fine. You can actually keep it in the brine itself. But if you're worried about bacteria, don't. It's not an issue with this stuff, because the brine actually is the old-time soda's method of salting meat and pork. Now we've got another bag here, and I will put some chicken breasts we have out. And here we go, that's some chicken breast. I love doing chicken with the brine. chicken it extremely well. There's a rule of thumb, you really don't want to cook this, well, I actually have it in brine more than 2 or 3 days. If you keep it in brine longer than that, the meat really tends to get mushy, and it's not quite as good. So, put it out here, there you go. I think that's 6, 7 pieces. Yep, oh, so, oh, it's gonna be fun. And that's it. And spot of brine with your aluminum cup, which is infinitely recyclable. Here. And let's just pour this in. Now, once again, as I've reiterated, if you put your meat in the brine when it's still hot, it will start cooking. So you don't want that. So I've got this brine and this brine in my Yeti cooler. How yipster is that? This is Wacky Poo's cooler, which is much more clean. And here's what we do. If you think it's too hot, ice it down. Here we go. Ice these things as much as you want to. The brine's will take care of it. No more than 3 days max, preferably 2 days, and you're ready to rock and roll.